Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're just going to do another velocity banking review with the emphasis on what I call the velocity banking poker face. And you know what? Sometimes I think my audience has the poker face too. So you see this video where I posted it, I think yesterday, and we have 417 views and 80 watch hours within a day. Yet look at the number of comments that I get, which is about 3. 1, 2, and actually it's 2. I think it's 2. Let me just double check. Yeah, 2. You're the go to velocity banking. I appreciate that. And then this one asking a question. And, for the amount of watch time I get, I notice I don't really get too many comments. And to be honest, if I did not have YouTube analytics, I would actually not know if anybody watched this channel or not. I was like, not a lot of people engaging like the other channels. And I make decent money because YouTube knows like, yeah, you're really engaged in the content. And so the first time I ever dealt with this, like I kind of recognized what was going on is when I was dealing with a nurse that I know who's at the end of her career, right? Out of the blue, she asked, like, "Hey, can you teach me real estate investing?" I'm like, "Really?" Like, I'm not that big of an expert, although I kind of know a little bit what I'm doing. And then she told me she owned rental property before. Um, had a little bit of trouble. She had to sell her own personal house. She had to move into the rental house and make it her own personal, and then she wanted to learn, and I was like, okay, okay, well, I'll start off with this. I'll start off this thing called velocity banking because in my mind, it's like this is a no brainer. You're a nurse, right? You have a dual income household. This should be a no brainer for you. And you know what happened? I remember I was on the Zoom call with her and she was just like, she had her camera on and she was just staring at the screen because I was talking about you could pay off a house in this situation 3 years, like 2 years. Oh, look, you got like three or four paid off rental houses, like 10 years. You're a millionaire in equity, you're a millionaire in cash flow. And instead of being like, tell me more, she just was quiet. Like she didn't say anything. And I said, "Okay, well, look at this number. How long is it gonna take you to pay off the rent house? 3 years." And then, she didn't have to say anything, but I just saw her quiet, expressionless face, and I was like, "That's a poker face." And I dubbed it the velocity banking poker face. And sometimes I joke around with you all because I was like, "Y'all got the poker face too," 'cause, y'all sure watch, but very rarely do you comment. And again, I don't expect like 200 comments every video, right? But I'm very like surprised how much people watch, yet they barely comment. I mean, you can watch all day because I'll just make money off of it. But it's just funny how people don't really comment. And I asked ChatGPT this: if my YouTube audience watches a lot of my velocity banking content but never comments, well, does that mean they have the velocity banking poker face, right?
It sounds like your audience might indeed have the velocity banking poker face. If they're watching a lot of your content but not commenting, it could be because they're absorbing and processing the information, much like how people react during a presentation when they realize the game changing potential of the strategy. They're likely reflecting on how the concepts apply to their own financial situations, which might leave them a bit stunned or introspective rather than chatty. You could try inviting engagement more directly, like asking specific questions in your videos, or at the end, such as, what's one part of this strategy that you'd like to explore further? Have you ever thought about using velocity banking? Let me know in the comments how you'd apply it. This might help break through their poker face and encourage more interaction.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I showed the nurse who gave me a faceless expression with absolutely no emotion. So, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna skip what I normally do, which is like the very beginning. And this is what I was showing the nurse like, oh, okay, all your personal debt is paid off, right? And actually, let's do this. Let's assume we still have the mortgage, okay? And I said, listen, at this point in your life, you probably make more than $7,200, right? I said, listen, um, if you have all your personal debt off paid off, then maybe you want to get into rental property. And so the number one rule of rental properties is you have to buy it at a discount or just real estate in general, right? And so I kind of, if you're sick of this, well, I think that's a good thing because now you've been exposed to the world of buying a $300,000 property for $200,000, right? Like you want to buy it at a discount. And look, I bought this at the peak of the market. And again, she didn't know you could buy property at a discount. So I said, listen, here's the thing. This is what most real estate investors do. They buy the property and then they get $200 of cash flow max, right? That's like a good day in a real estate investor's world. In fact, if I just do this right here, bigger pockets, good cash flow, rentals, right? You know what the hold on. What is average or good? A good start is to aim for a minimum of $100 a month in cash flow, right? What is average or good? So if I go in here and I do a control F, yeah, let's do this. When considering a quote good cash flow for rental property, you can aim for $100, $200 a month, right? And so I said, listen, don't do what the other landlords do. The other landlords, they're stuck in the dark ages. You know why? Because they segregate their income. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're not going to segregate our income and we're going to pay it off quickly. And so let's say, let's just do this, right? So let's buy a $300,000 house for $200,000 all in including repairs, right? So what we do is we just get a $200,000 loan, right? Let me just do this. Probably around 7 or 8%. We'll say 8%. Or you know what? Even better, because HELOCs are usually 8%. Why don't we just buy with the HELOC? Okay. So we don't even need that fancy schmancy velocity banking calculator. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get another what's it called? A HELOC. And let's say, all right, instead of we'll just buy it outright with the HELOC. You don't have to do this, and personally, I wouldn't even do this. I'd probably just get a loan, right? But let's say we got a $250,000 HELOC, and then we just outright buy a property in cash, right? $300,000 for $1,000 for $200,000, and then we got a paying tenant in there. Now we just add the tenant's income to our income, right? So we'll blam plus $2,000. We'll say that's the rent times 0.7. Okay. And now our cash flow is about $5,000. So now let's go ahead and do that. So it's 4989.54, right? And then I just showed her this strategy: income in, expenses out, income in, expenses out. And let's see how long it takes for us to pay it off, which is, let's see, right here. Whoopsie, I don't want to do that. Okay. First rental property paid off in 47 months. So equals 47 divided by 12. Wait a minute, we paid off our first rental property in 3.92 years, okay? And then we just do it again. So what we do is we get another rental property, a $300,000 rental property for $200,000. Okay. And then we add the other next tenant's income, right? And so we just do this right here where we multiply by 2 because we got 2 tenants now, right? And so I told her, like, hey, you could have done this and not segregate your income, get your husband's income, get your income, get the tenant's income, and pay off your debt, right? Okay. So what's our cash flow right now? It is 6,000. 6389.54, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to do that. And then now paid off in 82 months. So what's 82 divided by 12? 6.8 years. Okay. All right. So here we have, how long did it take? So 82 months divided by 40. So 82 minus 47, 35 months. So almost a little bit less than 3 years to pay off the second rental property, 35 months. and then we'll just do it again. Again, now if we're really skilled at this, we would just get the best discount ever, right? So 200,000, right? 200,000. Probably buy it for 100,000 because it's all about a return on investment, but we'll just do it one more time. We'll get three tenants. Just do it one more time, and then hold on. Let me go ahead and copy the cash flow. And as you can see, I've done this so many times because it's so boring to me now. But I know for some of you, you're like watching this, like, what the f? Why didn't anybody teach me this? Why is the average landlord's cash flow 100, $200 when I got $5,000 cash flow, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and do this. Control V, and then I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste. And now we're gonna do this 7789.54, and all right. Whoopsie, did I screw up? I think I did. And so now we got 3 paid off rental properties in 111 months. And so now it's 111 divided by 12. So yeah, in about 10 years, you have 3 paid off rental properties. So we'll say that they're worth $350,000 each property, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so since they're fully paid off, you'll be a millionaire in equity, right? With only 3 houses. And not only that, you have all this cash flow. Okay. And so what's your cash flow worth? Well, basically, assuming that you're going to hold on to it for maybe 30 years, right? Again, this is just cowboy math. Um, 7789.54. So what we do is take this number, 7789.54, multiply it by 12, and then multiply it by, we'll say 25 years. Okay. That is, let's make it a little bit better. Actually, where's the currency format? Ooh, I don't like this symbol. Where's the dollar? Okay, English, United States. All right, $2 million. $2 million. And I'm assuming we hold it for 25 years. You might sell it, right? Cash flow you got to take over time, kind of like the stock dividend. But equity, you just gain it when you sell it. Now you might have a tax problem, but that's discussion for another time. And so when I showed her this, right? And again, I'm really doing cowboy math, but it's like you go down here, it's like $1 million of equity you gained, and then $2 million of cash flow over the life of the whatever, then you become a 3 millionaire with just only 3 houses. Is 3 millionaire even a word? But I remember when I showed her this for the first time, she was like, "Oh, how many years does it pay off a house?" And she was like, "3." And when she said that, I could just feel it in her soul, which is like, "What the f have I been doing with my life?" Because she's still working hard, and now I recently looked at her Social Security statement with her, and she was like, "This is so little." Again, because she's on a nurse's salary, right? And now when she's gonna go on Social Security, it's gonna be like 2 grand a month when she takes that, right? But then, yeah, so that's pretty much, the first time I ever dealt with the velocity banking poker face, and I think some of you are looking at this too, like, "What the F?" Like, I could pay off my rental houses, like, 3 years? I guess. To be honest, like, this isn't even amazing to me anymore because 'cause I've done this so long. Do you think, like, Bruce Lee, when he did all the martial arts, he was amazed about how fast he was, or he's just like, "Just another day at the office," right? Just another day at the office paying off 3 rental houses, single family homes in less than 10 years without you know, yeah, I'm a millionaire now. I don't have to buy multifamily, like 20 units or whatever. Okay. But yeah, I am so sleepy. And you know what the crazy part is? I'm actually awake because I'm cleaning my home because my cleaner is gonna come tomorrow, and I pre-clean my home so that I'm not that she doesn't think I'm a slob. Um, and the reason that I hire her is so that I'm motivated to someone come into my house and, like, motivate me to clean up a little bit, not because I mean, I do need the cleaning, but the main reason that I hire her is so that I actually have someone to motivate me to clean my house a little bit too. All right. Well, that's it for today. I don't know if you got your own velocity banking poker face study. Maybe you showed this concept to other people. I know every time I show it, I just get people staring at the screen and acting like I'm some sort of numbers magician, which I don't think I am. I just do a lot of copy and paste in basic elementary school formulas. So that'll be it for today. Have a great day. And so this is your velocity banking video before you go to sleep tonight. Good night.